I kind of thought, though, that Benjamin Netanyahu did a pretty good job. I played this before, but I'm going to have to play it again because it was so funny what he told Congress. Listen to this.
Yeah. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming gays for Gaza. They might as well hold up signs saying chickens for KFC.
How good is that? I mean, he did the meme.
He did the meme, and I think it was like Adam Friedland, another comedian, said that it looks like Jerry Seinfeld was in the writer's room for that one. Because obviously that's funny. These people that are protesting outside against Israel wouldn't even be allowed to be gays for Palestine. There's no gay people that are allowed to hang out in the Gaza Strip, at least not openly. So the double standard is insane. But honestly, Bibi Netanyahu, him giving that speech and being funny, I liked it. I definitely liked that speech. But at the end of the day, it's just sad that these politicians won't even show up to go watch him, that they can just be openly anti-Semitic like that. And that blows my mind the most, James, is that all of these politicians that can just, Kamala skipped out. I think Joe Biden met with Netanyahu for like 35 seconds. So it's just very weird that we have a time where a very important, politician comes to our country and they can just ignore him like that. So anti-Semitism is crazy right now, James.
It's just insane. I mean, I see it everywhere. But, also I want to get your thoughts on this, too, because you're a comedian, but you're also kind of a philosopher and you're a thinker about these things here, about how things are going. There's going to be a fascinating sort of war of personalities now on between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. There's a new ad linking Kamala Harris. Have a look at this new anti-Kamala ad, which has just landed here. Have a look at this.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
Raise your hand if you think it should be a civil offense rather than a crime across the border without documentation.
Abolish ICE. Yeah. Is that a position you agree with?
And we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Now, this ad goes on with all this sort of the traditional kind of attack ad memes about Kamala Harris's lefty nature. But I'm almost wondering, are we kind of in an era now when that sort of vibe, that sort of zeitgeist has shifted and the conservatives are going to need more than being serious? They're going to need to bring a bit of wit to the fight here.
Well, I mean, humor is probably the best medicine to try to make the pill go down, and that pill is probably a black pill, because the world is very dystopian at this moment when you see an American flag get torn down right in front of the White House and on the Capitol, just burned like that. But, I mean, when it comes to Kamala Harris and the border, she's trying to hide the fact that she was the border czar. She is in charge of the border, and we have people like Laken Riley. There's a popular barbecue chef in Nashville that was just killed in a hit and run by another illegal immigrant. Listen, I'm not anti-immigration, but there should be rules and regulations that these people have to follow that I have to follow, but they don't. So when they crash into a person and they kill somebody, they get to just go back to their home country. It's disgusting and it's unsafe. And like I said, I'm not anti-immigration, but let's have some rules. Let's have some law and let's follow it. But the law does not matter anymore here in America.
Well, I know. I mean, I thought that J.D. Vance had a great line with the convention when he talked about welcoming people in the national family, and that's the way immigration should work. But just to stick on Kamala here, CNN commentator Van Jones, the one who got all teary about Biden retiring, has said she's gone from being somewhat awkward to being a cool pop culture personality in a matter of days, thanks to TikTok. Have a listen to this.
What's happening on TikTok right now is extraordinary. All the things that were cringy about Kamala, her laugh, the coconut tree comment, being unburdened by all those weird things she said, she's gone from cringe to cool in 24 hours as a whole generation has taken all that content and remixed it in all these incredible TikTok videos.
Explain this to me, Alex. Is TikTok suddenly making Kamala Harris cool, or do we need to raise the voting age to about 42? What do you reckon?
Probably both. Obviously, she's not cool unless it's like the CCP, unless China's trying to, make it seem like she's cool. Nobody thinks Kamala Harris is funny or cool. I saw that there's some, liberal people wearing shirts that say brat on it, I think. And I mean, I don't know if that's really a positive connotation, calling somebody a brat. So the young people, Gen Z, if they're paying attention, they realize that she's untalented and she doesn't know what she's talking about, and she's not hip or she's not cool. She was on the cover of Vogue in a pair of Chuck Taylor tennis shoes, the nicest magazine in the world. She can't even, bother to be put on some heels. So it's just Van Jones is full of it. He works for CNN, which is the fake news leader of the whole entire world when it comes to fake news. So that's all you need to know.
Indeed. Look, I'll tell you what, this Brat thing has me so confused. I was sending texts to everybody trying to figure it out. I'm still none the wiser. Alex Stein, Primetime 99. Check out his stuff. He's hilarious. Great videos out there.